Hello ladies, my name is Angélique and I'm one of the Look Fabulous Forever brand ambassadors, and I'm going to be demonstrating to you today how I change my makeup colours and routine from the summer months into the autumn and the winter. I have already put on my primers. I've also done one of my eyes for you to be able to see the difference between the two. Now, what I tend to do in the winter months is I go for more muted, darker colours. I am autumn skin toned, and therefore I'm very much attracted to the soft browns and the soft greens. However, I have discovered the soft grey trio, and I find it just a wonderful colour palette which suits both cool and warm toned skins. And what I love about it is I can experiment with different colours to go with the soft greys. So for today I've chosen the soft grey palette, but I've actually combined that with the forest, which I think goes so beautifully, and just for something a little bit different. So without further ado, our first thing to do is to just get my hair out of my face. Now in the summer I would use the Continuous Cover foundation with a little bit of the Beauty Balm, just for something a little bit lighter cover. But in the winter months I will use the foundation cover throughout the winter on its own, and I use number 2. So first of all then, put a couple of pumps on my hand and use the foundation brush to buff that evenly into my skin. And followed by the Peach Cream blusher, which of course is ideal for a warm toned skin colour such as myself. I use my ring finger to apply the blusher on my cheekbone and just sweep it up towards my hairline. And then use the blusher brush just to make sure that it's evenly distributed and get rid of any harsh lines. I will follow with the concealer, and again number 2 concealer, which goes very well with my particular skin tone. And just some of the spots, I have a number of dark sunspots from spending too much time in the sun as a child, so just a little bit where it needs covering. I will then complete that with the translucent powder with a clean blusher brush. It's just a wonderful finishing touch for your foundation and your a blusher. So just put that all over. A light touch is all that is needed, and it's just a lovely finish for your foundation. Next, I will now apply my trio, my grey trio, which as I say is just a very versatile and a wonderful palette for both the warm and the cool tone skins, but also if you want to experiment with something a little bit different. I love to experiment with colours, and I think this is just a wonderful base for that experimentation. In order to apply my soft grey trio, I use the blending brush and start with the softer grey, the lighter grey, and just apply that all over, particularly on the lid. I will then use another blending brush for the colour in the middle, the sort of slightly purpley grey, which I will then apply onto just above my eye crease and bring it down a little bit into the corner of my eye. I will then use the smaller brush for the dark grey and put that in the crease of my eyelid and take it down to the corner just to give a little bit more of a smoky colour and a smoky effect. Now what I might sometimes do is use the forest and just go over that in the same place in the crease of my eye and just in the corner, just for a little bit of a balance with the green. I haven't done that today because what I am going to do to finish that, but before I show you, I will just use a clean blending brush just to make sure that that is blended quite well. What I then do to bring a little bit of a different colour is the forest eyeliner, which I then apply to both my top and my bottom eyelid. So I'll start in the corner and just take that and lift it up a little bit. At the bottom, start from the outside in and then just again just lift it up a little bit on the corner. I use a brown Bring Back Brow Shape, which is certainly one of my absolutely favourite products. As you will see the difference between the two eyes, I've got very sparse eyebrows, having plucked them too many times in my youth, and the Bring Back Brow Shape in brown works perfect for me and just absolutely a must in terms of framing my eye. Give it a little bit of a shake. Just take the excess off on this side and then just with very fine brush strokes I paint in those eyebrows that are missing and just help add colour to those that are left. A wonderful product, and I certainly couldn't be without it. Now, just to ensure that it's evenly coloured, I will use the spoolie brush just to go over that to make it even. Of course, in the winter in particular, one wants a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a lightening, and the highlighter pen I will apply to my brow bone, just under the brows, a little bit on the cheek, which I will sweep up towards the hairline. The same on the other side, and a tip from Sally is just to take a line down my nose. Sometimes I will also put just a little bit on the cupid bone, the cupid just above my lip, the cupid, just for a little bit of extra colour. My mascara choice is normally black for the winter. Sometimes in the summer months I will use brown, particularly if I use softer colours for my eyeshadow. But in the winter my go-to tends to be the black the black mascara. And start with the top and a little bit at the bottom. I tend to just go over it again a little bit more at the top and then a touch at the bottom. Now, of course, no makeup routine is complete without lipstick. In the summer, I would use some of the softer colours, or if I wanted something a bit brighter, I would go for coral, true coral, or the soft cinnamon or rosewood even, but in the winter months I definitely love a little bit more bolder colour for my lipstick in the winter months, and what I've chosen is Poppy, which I think is a lovely red colour, as you can see, well used, and a lovely red for autumn skin tones such as myself. And that, ladies, is my, or one of my, autumn and winter routines for the darker months. So I sincerely hope that might have given you a little bit of an inspiration to experiment with different colours. I combine colours that one doesn't necessarily imagine would go well together. But I think the soft grey trio is a really good colour palette to begin with, to experiment with something a little bit different. And of course, if you are cool toned, the navy blue, the purples, I would use a purple eyeline sometimes, which is just as effective. So I hope you're going to try and experiment with some different colours for your winter and autumn month routine. Please do subscribe, put comments at the bottom, like it, and ask any questions that you would like answered. Might also be of interest to the viewers if you add your own particular routine and the colours you would go for your autumn and winter month routine, and colours that you would want to either experiment with or that are your sort of go-to colours. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to reading your comments.